Good day everyone.
Good day, sir.
I'm going na nito so this is my sa pauli ng reporter. So activity 8, rearrange the jumbo letters to form a story. Tuloy ko lang.
Leading to the K-12 curriculum.
Ah?
Ay, di pala. Leading.
Number 2. Trigo. Para smooth na. Next po.
Reflective thinking. Oh my God. Parental and
Okay po, so to start po, there's the learning objectives. And then the discussion. Discuss must be able to A. Analyze and evaluate instructional materials using the 2015 Department of Education framework, ensuring alignment with the curriculum standards, accurate content, and provision for differentiated and effective learning. Letter B is that design to create innovative instructional materials using locally available resources, incorporating strategies for differentiated instruction and engaging students with diverse learning needs. Last is demonstrate a commitment to student-centered learning by selecting or adapting textbook and materials and then foster critical thinking, parental involvement in community integration, reflecting a deep understanding of their student needs and preferences. So, ano po ang aking title? Exercising curriculum leadership by selecting textbooks and other instructional materials. So, bago po tayo mag-next slides, ay proceed muna po tayo dun sa focus muna po tayo dun sa exercising curriculum leadership. So, meron po ako dito two important things about po dito sa dito po. So, ang una po ay the first important thing is the importance of exercising curriculum leadership. So, according to PIC 2002, by focusing on learning, teaching, monitoring progress, curriculum leaders helps education improve their instructional practices and ensure student achievement improve as a result of meaningful supportive decisions about pedagogy, coursework, and instructional materials. And the second is the importance of teacher in the curriculum. So ano nga ba yung role ng teacher sa ating curriculum? So ang role ng teacher sa curriculum is to help student develop an engaged relationship with the content. Yun yung teacher yung nagpo-provide para nagtuturo sa student para maganda yung flow or maintindihan ng estudyante kung ano yung tinuturo ng isang teacher. So dito po, a teacher should be empowered to select the textbook. So dito, napaka-importante ng role ng isang teacher kasi yung teacher yung magsaselect ng textbook kung ano yung ituturo ng teacher dun sa kanyang estudyante para nga maging aware yung estudyante kung ano nga ba tinuturo ng kanyang teacher na napakahirap naman sa isang estudyante kung hindi alam ng estudyante yung tinuturo ng teacher. Second is, it is logical and proper to include teachers in the process since teachers are the ones teaching the subject and they know better about the needs and the nature of their student. Thus, they must be given freedom to decide on what textbook they are going to use and what instructional materials they need for their class. So, it makes sense that to involve the teachers in selecting textbooks and instructional materials because They are the ones directly teaching students, and also teachers understand their student needs, learning style, etc. And it is used allow them to tailor lesson more effectively. So ang pinopoint lang dito is kung paano i-approach ng teacher yung mga estudyante na dapat yung teacher ay may knowledge kung ano nga yung tinuturo ng teacher sa mga estudyante. At dapat si teacher ay dapat din kinakabahan niya din yung mga estudyante niya. Hindi lang siya magpo-focus dun sa matalino or sa ano. Dapat yun. Fair lang. Tapos higit sa lahat ay dapat siya yung mga pinapriority din yung mga slow learners. Hindi lang sa yung kung sino yung magaling, dapat pinapriority yung slow learners. Napaka-importante. Next. So, ito na yung nasa objectives yung kinalagay ng Department of Education. Develop a framework for developing and selecting textbooks and other instructional materials. The framework describes that all textbooks and instructional materials are First is aligned to the K-12 curriculum. The textbooks and other instructional materials should follow the curriculum standards and competencies prescribed by the K-12 curriculum. So sa madaling salita, kailangan sumunod sa pamantayan na ginawa o tinakda ng K-12 curriculum ng Pilipinas. So sabi nga dito is align. Dapat yung tinuturo ng teacher ay align dun sa pinrovide ng K-12 curriculum. So sabi nga dito ay sabi ko kanina yung align o naayon sa K-12, which means dapat naayon sa kakayahan or competency sa bawat grade or sa isang subject. Dapat dun sa yung ituturo mo dapat na yun, pinupunta naman dito is dapat align. Kumain nga yung sa DepEd, yung sinusunod sa DepEd. Good. So next is content expert system of knowledge. Authors that are expert in their field should write the textbook and other instructional materials. It's also important that the contents of the instructional materials are accurate and up to date. So dito naman yung pinupunta dito dapat is yung tinuturo ay up to date. Parang ang sama naman sa ano na turo-turo si teacher, hindi naman pala updated yung tinuturo niya. So, dito ay, next is have provision for differentiated instruction. It is important to provide activities and assessment strategies that are relevant to the learning styles and thinking preferences of the learners. The needs of slow learners should also considered. So, dito naman ay yung dapat nga kino-consider yung mga slow learners sa kung ano yung tinuturo ng teacher na dapat ay kumbaga kung ano yung tinuturo mo dun sa iba, dapat ganun din. At dapat nga dito fair lang dun sa yung estudyante. Then is provision for reflective learning thinking. The instructional materials and textbooks should engage the learners to develop deeper understanding of the lesson, develop critical and creative thinking, and encourage reflective thinking. So dito yung sa paggagawa o sa ginagamit ng teacher dapat ay nakakakuha doon ng knowledge or ideas yung estudyante sa pinrovide na instructional materials or textbook na ginawa ng teacher. Then ay provision for parental and community involvement. The textbooks and instructional materials should encourage parental and community involvement. This means that service learning, real-life integration, and parental support encouraged. So dito sa lasi ang involvement dito sa is the community. So teachers as curriculum leaders make sure that all the necessary instructional materials they need to implement the curriculum are provided. They also ensure that these instructional materials are relevant and responsive to the needs of the learners. So dito naman is napaka-importante lang dito na yung basta yung gagamitin mong instructional materials or textbooks ay dapat ay napapriority yung ano mo. Dapat nabe-benefits yung estudyante. At all times, teachers are encouraged to develop their own instructional materials from objects and materials that are available in their locality. They are expected to be innovative and creative in developing relevant instructional materials for their class. So lahat naman ng teacher nagpo-provide sila ng different instructional materials para sa kanyang estudyante. Lalo tayo sa future educator ay so hinahasa tayo sa paggagawa ng instructional materials kung paano natin maano yung knowledge natin at paano ma-adapt ng inyong tinuturuan yung mga ideas na yung meron dun sa iyong lesson. Next.
How can we choose that?
Yun.